What if I told you that some of the foods marketed as healthy may actually be quietly damaging your circulation after age 60? Most seniors believe they're making smart choices every day. They buy low fat snacks, sugar free products, vegetable oils, and breakfast cereals because labels tell them these foods support heart health and healthy aging. But doctors rarely explain something deeply disturbing. The truth about circulation after 60 is far more dangerous than most people realize because blood vessels don't suddenly fail overnight. They slowly deteriorate for years in silence. And certain healthy foods may quietly accelerate that damage from the inside out. Cold feet, numb hands, leg cramps, brain fog, fatigue while walking, poor memory. Many people blame aging, but researchers are now discovering that chronic inflammation and blood vessel dysfunction may play a much bigger role than anyone expected. And the most shocking part? Two of the foods we'll discuss today are eaten by millions of seniors every single morning. But what happens next inside the body is extraordinary because once you understand how circulation really works after age 60, you may never look at these foods the same way again. And the third food on this list shocked even many health researchers because it's still promoted as heart healthy in countless stores and advertisements today. Let's begin with the first hidden circulation destroyer, low fat flavored yogurt. Now, at first glance, this sounds completely harmless. It says low fat. It contains calcium, sometimes probiotics, and many seniors eat it believing they're protecting their heart. But this is where things become truly fascinating. When manufacturers remove fat from yogurt, they often replace flavor with sugar, artificial sweeteners, modified starches, and additives. Some flavored yogurts contain as much sugar as dessert. And after age 60, excess sugar can become especially dangerous for circulation. Scientists have discovered that high blood sugar damages the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of blood vessels. Think of your blood vessels like flexible rubber hoses. Healthy vessels stretch and relax easily, but chronic sugar spikes create tiny injuries inside those hoses over time. Inflammation rises, arteries stiffen, circulation weakens, and oxygen delivery throughout the body begins slowing down. One 71-year-old woman described constantly feeling tingling in her feet at night. She believed it was simply poor aging circulation. But after reducing hidden sugars and processed foods, she noticed something surprising within weeks. Her feet felt warmer, her energy improved, and walking became easier. Now, was yogurt itself the problem? Not necessarily. The real danger was the hidden sugar overload disguised as health food. And what researchers discovered next shocked even scientists. Because blood sugar spikes don't only affect diabetes risk, they may also reduce nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is one of the most important molecules for circulation. It helps blood vessels relax and expand properly. Without enough nitric oxide, arteries become tighter and less flexible. And this is where circulation problems quietly begin accelerating. But the most dangerous effect happens later because chronic inflammation slowly damages the entire vascular system. And that brings us to the second healthy food secretly hurting circulation after 60, vegetable oils. This one surprises almost everyone. For decades, many people were told oils like soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and canola oil were heart-healthy alternatives. But researchers are now debating whether excessive amounts of highly processed seed oils may contribute to inflammation when consumed constantly in modern diets. Now, this topic is controversial, but here's what scientists do agree on. Many processed foods contain oxidized oils damaged by high heat and industrial processing. And oxidized fats may increase oxidative stress inside the body. Think of oxidative stress like tiny sparks, slowly burning delicate tissues from the inside. Blood vessels are especially vulnerable. Researchers increasingly believe chronic oxidative stress contributes to arterial stiffness and vascular aging. And this is where the story changes completely, because many seniors consume these oils daily without realizing it. Salad dressings, protein bars, crackers, frozen meals, healthy snacks, even low-fat products often contain processed oils. One retired teacher described constantly feeling heavy legs and afternoon fatigue despite eating healthy. Then she began focusing more on whole foods, olive oil, nuts, fish, and less processed packaged foods. Several months later, she described feeling lighter during walks. Again, not magic, but meaningful improvement. And sometimes those small changes completely transform quality of life. Now, here's something most people never hear. Circulation affects nearly everything. The brain depends on blood flow, muscles depend on blood flow, the heart depends on blood flow, even healing depends on blood flow. Poor circulation doesn't just create cold hands and feet. It may quietly accelerate aging throughout the entire body. And what happens next inside aging arteries is extraordinary. Scientists discovered that inflammation may damage the glycocalyx, a thin protective layer lining blood vessels. Think of it like a microscopic shield protecting your arteries from damage. But poor diet, chronic sugar spikes, inflammation, smoking, and oxidative stress may slowly wear this shield down over time. And once that protection weakens, blood vessels become far more vulnerable. If this video is helping you understand your body differently, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. Because many seniors were never taught how deeply food choices affect circulation, inflammation, brain health, and healthy aging after 60. Now let's talk about the third healthy food. And honestly, this may be the most dangerous one on the list. Breakfast cereals labeled whole grain. Most people assume whole grain automatically means healthy, but many cereals marketed to seniors are still heavily processed and loaded with hidden sugars. Even worse, some digest incredibly fast inside the body. Scientists measure this using something called the glycemic index. In simple terms, some cereals raise blood sugar almost as aggressively as candy, and after age 60, the body becomes far less efficient at handling those spikes. Blood vessels take the damage, inflammation rises, insulin resistance worsens, and circulation may begin weakening silently. But this is where things become truly fascinating. Researchers now believe repeated glucose spikes may accelerate biological aging itself. That means the body may literally age faster internally when exposed to chronic blood sugar instability. One 76-year-old man described feeling exhausted every morning despite eating what he believed was a healthy heart breakfast. But after replacing processed cereal with eggs, berries, walnuts, and protein-rich foods, he noticed steadier energy and fewer afternoon crashes. Again, not overnight, but steadily. And that's important. Real healing usually happens gradually. The body responds to consistency. Now, here's the hidden connection most seniors never realize. Poor circulation and poor muscle health are deeply connected. Without proper blood flow, muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. Over time, weakness increases, balance declines, recovery slows dramatically. Scientists call age-related muscle loss sarcopenia, and circulation problems may worsen it significantly, but the most powerful effect happens later, because healthy circulation may also support better brain health. Researchers increasingly believe reduced blood flow contributes to memory problems and cognitive decline in older adults. When the brain receives less oxygen and nutrients, focus and mental clarity often suffer. And many seniors mistakenly believe this decline is unavoidable. But researchers now think lifestyle factors play a much larger role than previously believed. Now, this does not mean you need a perfect diet. That's important. Fear alone does not create health. Awareness does. The goal is not perfection. The goal is reducing hidden damage while supporting the body's natural repair systems. And this is where hope enters the story, because the body still wants to heal after 60, even after 70, even after years of poor circulation. Blood vessels remain surprisingly adaptable when inflammation decreases and healthier habits become consistent. So what should seniors focus on instead? Whole foods, colorful vegetables, healthy proteins, berries, olive oil, nuts, beans, fatty fish, hydration, movement, simple habits repeated consistently. And this is where many people begin noticing powerful changes. Warmer hands, better stamina, clearer thinking, less fatigue, stronger walking ability, better recovery. One patient described finally being able to walk through the grocery store without needing frequent breaks after improving circulation focused habits for several months. Not because of one miracle supplement, but because of many small daily decisions working together. And that's the real secret nobody talks about enough. Healthy aging is rarely about one magic food. It's about reducing silent damage while supporting repair every single day. Now, here's one final warning. Do not ignore early circulation symptoms: cold feet, leg pain while walking, numbness, swelling, dizziness, slow wound healing. These can sometimes signal serious vascular issues requiring medical attention. And early intervention matters enormously because the earlier circulation problems are addressed, the better the chances of protecting mobility, independence, and long term health. Comment below and tell me your age. And have you ever been shocked to learn a healthy food wasn't actually helping your body the way you thought? I'd love to hear your experience. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more science-backed senior health insights designed to help you stay stronger, sharper, and healthier naturally after 60s. Naturally after 60. Because in the next video, we'll reveal one bedtime habit researchers believe may quietly weaken blood vessels faster than most seniors realize.